The king is dead. Long live the king. Gentlemen, if you haven't worked it out, today I'm talking about the king and the king energy, the king archetypal energy that you and I as men can bring to our lives and also our relationships. So what does that mean? Now traditionally the king energy brings two main things to their lives and those around them. And that is, number one, it's about order. The second one is fertility and blessing. So let's have a look at them one at a time. What do I mean by order? So when a king brings order to his kingdom, to his household, to his life, for some that looks like security. That could be security in finances, it could be security of food supply, it could be just making people feel safe. So if you think about the old castle with the big walls and all the villagers used to be around the outside, when the bad people used to come, they would all rush inside the big walls, pull up the gate, the drawbridge, and the moat would protect everyone and keep them safe. But it's also about having a sense of order in your household. Is your household chaotic? Now a king won't have a chaotic household. When the king brings order to his household, everyone knows the role that they play, how they play it, when to play it. And for many people, that brings a sense of calmness. And many times that's what this order is about. Peace and calm within the lifestyle that you live. A few years ago, I went on a work trip, and I remember it quite clearly. I hopped in the taxi to go to the airport one Sunday morning, and as I drove off, there's a guy that lived across the road from us, and he gave me a bit of a weird look. But that didn't ring any alarm bells at that point. But 3 days later, I'm talking to my wife, and in the middle of the night, he was at our front door, rattling the front door, trying to get into the house. He wasn't knocking on the door. He was checking our security door, see if it was unlocked so he could actually get access to the house. The next day, he'd taken down his security camera off the front door that he had and moved it to the far end of the house, which was directly or pretty close to opposite our house, and had it pointing straight at our front door so he could monitor the movements of my family in and out, knowing that I was away. I have to say I wasn't particularly happy about that. So what did I do about that? Well, after speaking with the police, both where I was, because I was over 1,000 kilometres away at the time, and also the police in our local suburb, when I came back, I installed security cameras. So you might think that doesn't mean a real lot, but what it does do is put up some security around the house. For those that want to secure their house, there's 5 steps to that. The first one is to deter people. The second one is to detect. The next one is to delay. Next one is to defend. And then lastly, to deny. So the cameras, while not a physical fence, puts up a virtual fence. They know that if they come onto that property, they are going to be tracked. They are going to be seen. They know that I am detecting them, which is the second part. And also there's a record of them coming on. So no more middle of the night visits checking to see if my door was unlocked and whether they could get easy access into the house while I wasn't home. And yes, the police did end up having a chat to him, and his camera particularly was moved, and he stayed away for the rest of the time that we were there. So what are the steps that you can do to bring order around all the different elements of your life? And there are multiple elements. It's not just about finance, it's not just about fitness, it's not just about work, it's also about relationships. It's also about, is there some sort of order or priority around how you have fun? How do you spend the hours in your day? Do you have intent behind all of it? Now, it's okay to sit down and watch a movie or sit down and watch YouTube or Netflix as long as there's a reason behind doing it apart from just filling in time. So when I talk about fertility, it's about abundance. Do you have everything that you need in your life? I'm not talking about all the stuff that you want, but I'm talking about the things that you need. Food, shelter, love. And that comes from inside you, not from other people. So I'm not talking about other people giving it to you, but do you have enough abundance in you to give that out? The more love you have inside you, the more love will come your way. The more gratitude you have, the more gratitude will come. The more respect that you have for people, you'll find that respect is returned. This is all a two-way street, and it starts with you. It starts with us as men to set the example, to be the person that we want to be and be the person that we want to see who is around us. It's not about waiting for everyone else around us to change. It's about changing us so we can be the person that we need to be and the person that we want in our lives. So let's have a chat about blessing. Am I talking about, do you need to be the Pope here? Do you need to be some monk and start, walking around chanting and putting blessings out there? So when's the last time you actually blessed your child with just spending time with them, being present for them, sitting down with them, not looking at your phone, not going through Facebook, not going through Instagram, just not even having the phone, not worrying about work, not worrying about answering work emails, not taking phone calls in the middle of having a conversation with them, just being there present, talking to them, listening to them, whether it's your children, your partner, your best mate that you're sitting at the cafe with, just being present in the moment with whoever it is that you are with. And the same goes for yourself. When's the last time you bless yourself with making time just for you? So gentlemen, the King energy. There are 3 parts to this King energy. Obviously the resourceful part is the generous, grateful, noble King. The dark side of that is the tyrant. The other side of the dark side, or the shadow side, is the weakling. Now growing up, I was a very skinny kid. So my father used to try and teach me how to be more manly. And in many ways this ended up being a rejection on my behalf of what I thought a man would be. Because what I saw was a bully. What I saw was a tyrant. My father didn't have a good model of what a noble king and king energy was in a relationship. So what I took from that was a rejection of that. And as I've grown, as I've matured, and as I've studied and coached myself for that matter as well, and being coached, I've come to realize that the tyrant is just is the shadow side of being the king. We do not want that man. So you need to challenge yourself. What energy are you bringing to your life? What energy are you bringing to your relationships? What energy are you bringing to your family? And men, you want to bring the noble king. Bring that king energy on. Learn to rule your life. I'm out.